Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a little while since the last time I filmed. I did put up my Allure Beauty unboxing that went up sometime last week, but as far as like sitting down doing a makeup video, yeah, it has been a little while. I did make a post in my community tab kind of talking about it. It's just my mental health was just not in a very good place. There's a whole lot going on in the world now, in this country. I don't think I have to go into detail about everything. It's pretty messed up. It's not good. And that combined with some other stuff that was kind of going on in my personal life, I just was not in a mental state to film. In the past, I would have just pushed through it, faked it till I made it, and I'm just not doing that anymore. My headspace is not where, I can film. I'm not going to. I'm just going to take a break and come back to it when I'm ready. And I felt like I was ready today. So today we're going to be filming. It's just going to be basically a small Colourpop try-on haul. I picked up a few things from Colourpop that I have been wanting to try out. And you guys, I have had this order for about 3 weeks now. So yeah, it's been a little while, since I got it, and it took me a minute to be ready, but we're here now. First things that I got the new primer and the new setting spray from Colourpop. We have the Pretty Fresh Set It Up primer. It has peptides, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. The claims say this is supposed to extend the wear of your makeup, and it's supposed to help control shine throughout the day. I have not used like any of these products on my face yet, so this is a first time try on. This is what the tube is looking like. It says Pretty Fresh on it, but it's kind of hard to see the words. I don't know. Can you see that? But yeah, that's the primer. And then I also got the Pretty Fresh setting spray. This one I did a transfer proof test on my hand. I did that in a reel. I put some foundation on my hand, blended it out, sprayed this on top, let it set, and it really was not transfer proof. I used the Kleenex and it did transfer. I am going to try it on my face though and see if maybe it works a little bit better. On my hand, it was just foundation. On my face, I do set down with powder, so maybe that'll make a difference. But this also has peptides and niacinamide. It claims to lock in your makeup. It's supposed to make it waterproof, transfer proof. It's supposed to be up to 16 hours of wear. I may at the end of the video come back in and do like a quick end of the day check-in to let you guys know. We'll see, because it is early right now. Right now it's like 9 o'clock, so I can leave this makeup on all day. I'm not going anywhere. And then at the end of the day, come back in and do like a quick little end of the day check-in and see if it did control, if they're like with the combination, if the primer controlled shine, if the spray kind of helped locked everything in for a while. We can test that out. I make no promises, but I might be back with a quick check-in at the very end. The next things that I picked up, I got 3 shades of the Pout. This was their matte formula that they launched it's like later on in 2024. So this is not a brand new product, but it's something I've been wanting to try. They were on sale for $4. That's the reason why I went ahead and got 3. 2 of the shades are shades I do not have at all as far as my current lip collection, so I wanted to get something a little bit different. I will be trying all 3 of these on just to kind of give you an idea of what the shades look like, and then we'll be finishing off with one at the end of the video. And then the very last thing that I picked up as far as my Colourpop haul. I am admittedly a huge Twilight fan. I did not, however, pick up the first palette. I don't know what it was, but that palette just didn't speak to me. I don't know, I just didn't really feel the need to pick that one up. But this one I loved. This is the outer sleeve. I just think it is so freaking cute. I think it's so pretty. This is the cover of our palette. We have the New Moon cover. It's also the 20th anniversary of Twilight. I did not realize that. This is the inside. We have Edward, Jacob, we have Bella, and I will admit I have always been Team Jacob. We all know, if you read the books or the movies, that she was going to end up with Edward, but I'm Team Jacob, have always been, still Team Jacob. I'm also a huge Taylor Lautner fan, so that does help. I love this color story, these warm browns, the yellows, these mattes. When I did the swatches, I will go ahead and drop in some swatches real quick just so you guys can kind of see them. The mattes were so pigmented, so buttery. I had no issue whatsoever when I was swatching. They felt like silk. The shimmers were so creamy and metallic and wet looking. The only 2 that I'm not that fond of, Adrenaline and Wolfpack, those 2 are actually glitters, especially Adrenaline, so I don't really see myself using those, especially this one, because I'm not a big glitter fan. I wish they'd just put the regular shimmer formula, metallic, in there. Maybe something, shifty, to go with the New Moon theme. But other than that, this is really, really pretty. So we're going to be doing a look with this, as well as the Colourpop order. I did pick up 2 palettes from Cosmic Brushes. I have been wanting to try this brand. They launched so many palettes again last year that I wanted to try, but as many of you know, I wasn't really spending a lot of money on makeup. I was working on some financial goals, but I want this to be the year that I'm trying palettes and brands and things that I've never tried before. This is their newest launch. This is the Lovers palette. This is their Valentine's Day winter release. I will be showing these in a separate video, but this is the color story for this palette. So pretty. And then I also picked up one of their previous launches that came out last year that I did want to pick up, and I just thought, you know what, I was going to get it with this order. It's the Undergrowth palette, and this one has a really pretty green, yellow, kind of grungy. If you guys have been following me, you know green is my favorite eyeshadow shade to work with, and this is just so pretty. But I will be talking more about these in another video. Let's go ahead and jump into this Colourpop haul. First things first, let's try out this primer. There is a seal. You can see I have not tried this out yet. This would be my first time putting it on my face. Give this a little squeeze. It's white. It has kind of a sticky feel, like it's not silicone-y feeling. It does have a bit of a tack to it, not super tacky. I'm going to focus it in the areas where I get the greasy look on my face. It's like turning a little bit red from applying this. But we're going to focus it where I get the greasiest, which is around my nose, pores, and here on the sides, and then on my forehead. I'm going to put just a little bit more just in these areas here. Now I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and then we will come back and we'll give our face a spritz with the setting spray. Now for our setting spray, let's give our face a little bit of a spritz. I did a really kind of heavier spray because I want to make sure that my entire face is covered, so that when we do our transfer test, we'll see if it actually transfers or doesn't transfer. Like I said, when I did it on my hand, it transferred. I didn't set it down with powder or anything. On my face, I did set down with powder. Maybe it'll react differently, but we'll see. Everything is set down. It did dry down pretty quickly. I think it set as much as it's going to. So let me take the Kleenex and I'm going to press along my jawline. No transfer. Let's press. I kind of really give it a press in this area. There's a teeny tiny bit of transfer, but really not much going on at all, which was a different result than I got when I did it on my hand. So I'm guessing that maybe setting it down with powder helped to lock everything in a little bit better and help the setting spray work better. And it could also be a combination of the primer combined with the setting spray. I don't know, but I think I am going to come back and at the end of the video do a quick check-in at the end of the day, just so you guys can see if my face is super greasy, if the two combined really helped any. We will see. Now we're going to move into our eye look with the new eyeshadow palette. I'm going to prime my eyelids real quick using my Locked Eye Primer from AOA Studio. I have been loving this one. This one and then the one from Colourpop are really the only two eyeshadow primers that I use on a regular basis. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Your Everything, which is this deep, rich chocolate werewolf fur brown on the corner. And I'm going to take my Beauty Bay detail blending brush. Let's tap into that. I'm interested in seeing how these blend on eyelids because, like I said, when I did these swatches, they were so smooth, so pigmented, so buttery, and so far they're going on just like they did, or at least this shade is going on just like it did in the swatch. That is so pretty. Wow, I have been wanting to play with this palette for a while, but like I said, it's been just kind of sitting up on my shelf in my basket, my little filming basket for the last 3 weeks, and I have not haven't touched it. So this is a first impression for both of us, and wow. super pigmented, which we love. I'm going to go ahead and take this brush and just start slowly blending it into the crease, just blending it out. My eyelids are mostly hooded and more hooded on the left side than it is on the right. So I usually have to do a little bit more work on this side. I'm going to take my pointed crease brush from Real Techniques and we're going to go into Marry Me. And I'm going to blend this shade out into the crease. So we're just going to windshield wiper back and forth. Just want to blend these two shades out and they are blending beautifully. Colourpop usually has a pretty good formula. Sometimes, there may be a hit or miss, but this palette, it is beautiful and I'm definitely getting Jacob Werewolf New Moon vibes from it. I will say that I do find it interesting that Stephanie Myers refers to him as werewolves. And I know that's because she's trying to do the vampire werewolf trope, but in reality, they're shapeshifters and not werewolves. Werewolves come out like during the full moon. They, look like men, but with, werewolf fur and whatever. But these are more shapeshifters than they are werewolves, at least in my opinion. Oh, that is such a beautiful shade. A very grungy, kind of mustardy, taupey, kind of a yellow. Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. I love shades like this. I'm going to go back in on this lid. This side just a little bit more just to kind of even them. It seems like it's deeper on the right side. Now what I want to do is I do want to take in a little bit of this black just on the very outer corner to kind of deepen it and smoke it out. And I'm going to use this small Blend Bunny brush. This is the B2, which is just a very small, precise brush. I'm going to dip in this shade. I want to put it just right here in this outer portion. I'm going to go back in with the other brush just to kind of blend the two shades out. I'm wanting more of a smokiness on this outer corner. I might not even put liner on today. I may just go with the dark eyeshadow, which I don't usually do. I usually do like a winged liner. We're going to see. Maybe I won't do that today. I'm going to go back in with the Beauty Bay brush. I'm not going to put in any product. I just want to work on smoking this and blending those two shades together. It's actually a pretty decent black. Very rich, very smoky. I'm liking that. I just want to go back in with a little bit more of that black. I don't use black shadow very often, but I think that's looking really good. What do you guys think? I'm going to take a little bit more of the black on this very thin pencil brush, and I want to lay this just all the way across the lash line like that instead of doing my liquid liner like I usually do. I think I just want to smoke out the line just using the shadow. Do something a little bit different than what I normally do. Okay, so far I'm really liking that. Now I'm going to go back in my Beauty Bay brush and we're just going to blend just a little bit more. To finish off the mattes, I'm going to take this fluffy bending brush and I want to go into You're Sort of Beautiful right here. I'm just going to dip into that. It's a little bit deeper than the Marry Me, but I kind of want to take that up here just to kind of tie it all in around the brow bone. I really do love these shades. I think they're so pretty. I might go ahead and pick up, because it is still available, the first Twilight palette just to, complete the collection. I'm thinking because it is the anniversary, I don't know if I mentioned that, it's the 20-year anniversary of Twilight. I did not realize it at first, but I'm assuming that since they did do the Twilight and then they did do New Moon, that they're going to do a palette for each one of the movies. So if that is what they're going to do, then we should see one for Eclipse, and then we should either see one for Breaking Dawn and one for Breaking Dawn Part 2, or maybe one palette that combines the both. Be interested in seeing that. I think that would be really, really cool. Going into our shimmers, I think I want to do Face Punch right here, kind of like on the outer portion of the eye, and then we can go in with this one right here, Mood Control for the inner corner. I'm not going to lay down my NYX glitter primer, which is what I usually do, but today I think I'm just going to go straight into the shimmers. So we've got Face Punch, which is this really pretty coppery tone with like a little bit of red. Oh, that is so pretty. That is like straight the color of, I think, Jacob's fur. when he is in werewolf form. So shiny, so coppery. It's like a penny. I love it. All right, now I'm going to take Mood Control on this smaller Revolution brush. You guys may notice I tend to use the same brushes whenever I'm filming because those are the brushes I just really like the most. So I'm going to put this right here in the inner corner, in the portion of the eye, just to kind of brighten that area. This shade is a little bit chunkier than this shade is. Still pretty nonetheless. I'm actually going to take that on a smaller, fluffier brush just to see if I can get it in that area a little bit better. That one brush was just really not getting the color on. There we go. I'm going to go back in with the black shade just a little bit, just to deepen the outer corner, and I'm also going to lay a little bit more on the lash line. The reason that I went back and laid some more black down is because I did cover a lot of it with the shimmers, and I just wanted to pop, I wanted to stand out, I wanted to be really smoky. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to throw something in my waterline, and I think I'm going to do this is Bear from Ulta Beauty, and then I'm going to throw on some lashes, the Ioni. This is the Sideshow lashes. I'm going to go ahead and throw these on, then we'll come back and we'll try on the lips. Let's finish off with lips. I'm going to do a quick try on of all three shades, and the third shade will be the one that I end up keeping on. This first one is Dirty Chai. Okay, this is the one that I think I'm going to finish off with because it's really, really deep, and so I don't want to start with a dark shade and then finish off with a lighter one. That really wouldn't make much sense. This one is Party Hour. I think this was part of like that 90s collection or something like that they launched last year. The packaging the same as this one. Let's see. Ooh, actually, I think that's the one that I'm going to finish off with. These two shades are very similar to each other. See, this is more of a burgundy red, and then this one is more of a deeper kind of a burgundy purple. I don't have anything like either one of these, so I did want to, try to add them to my collection. Hopefully they'll be good formulas. This last one, I think, is more of a nude. This shade is called Rewind. It may be a red. I know that I wanted to pick up 3 shades that were a little bit different than what I currently have in my collection. Okay, yeah, that is more of a peachy nude. So let's go ahead and do this one first. They're supposed to be matte lipsticks. They actually have this kind of a sweet, almost candy smell to them, which is really nice. All right, that is the first shade. Once again, that is Rewind. It's very pretty peachy nude. I like that. That's going to be really, really pretty in the springtime. It's comfortable. It's not like too matte. I do like that. All right, I'm going to take that off and apply the next. So the next 2 shades are kind of dark, so they'll probably look very similar to each other. Let's do Dirty Chai next. That one is more of a, like I said, a burgundy, kind of a red. Oh, that's pretty. That's like that very rich 90s vampy shade. It's kind of what I was kind of going for and hoping for with the shade. Please forgive the like messy lines. I line my lips whenever I'm actually doing my lips, but I just kind of wanted to see the shades look like. Yeah, that's definitely matte. And that shade is Dirty Chai. The one that we're going to finish off with is Party Hour. I think this is the one that's a little bit more burgundy. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with one of my Blend Bunny lip pencils. I actually do not know the shade, but this one should be similar to that. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips real quick first, since this is the shade that we're going to be finishing off with. Now we're going to apply Party Hour. That is dark and vampy. This very much reminds me of the way that we used to do our lips, in the late 90s, I think it was. We had like the really grungy, vampy lips. Ooh, I am loving that. I love that. Ooh. Yeah, I am very happy with the way that this look came out. This is the first time probably in a very long time that I've not done like a winged liner with my liner pen. I think this black is very pretty, and I'm loving how it's looking, and I love the lip with it. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I am going to wear this makeup for the whole day. It is now 10:47. When I finished applying and actually set the setting spray, it was about 10 o'clock. So maybe I'll come back in 6, 7 hours, something like that. 6 hours would be 4. So I'll come back between 4 and 5, and I think that should be long enough to give us a good kind of a wear test, just to kind of see if my oils were controlled and how transfer proof it is towards the end of the day. All right, so I will see you guys 2 and 2. All right, so we are doing our final check-in. Is a little bit after 4, so this makeup and everything has been on for a little over 6 hours. For me, having oily, greasy skin, that is plenty of time to know whether or not this primer setting spray combo is doing anything. As you can see, my oils are starting to come through, but my face is not particularly like super oily. But also keep in mind, I've been inside all day. I have not been out in the elements. I have not tested this in the heat or the sun. But I would say that after 6 hours of being indoors and my oils are starting to come through now, that if I was out in the sun, my face would probably be super greasy right now. I'm going to go ahead and take a Kleenex, just kind of press it against my face. You want to see how the makeup is holding up, because remember, this setting spray is supposed to be transfer proof. So there we go. There's a little bit on there, not much. I'd say it's actually doing pretty good when you consider the fact that it has been 6 hours. It's holding up pretty well. Up to 16-hour wear, I would disagree with that, but it is holding my makeup, and I will say that it does compare pretty well to the Colourpop No Filter setting spray, which is like my favorite setting spray so far. I'm liking this one. I also went on ahead and gave the Pout lipstick a test. This one is Party Hour, I believe is what it's called. I have ate, I have drank all day. As you can see, it's faded a little bit kind of in the middle, but it's actually holding up pretty well as well. The one thing that I would say, though, is when I first applied it, it did go on kind of patchy, but I think that was more so about lip preparation, because I did try 2 other shades before I put in the third one, so I think if I prep my lips a little bit better, it would look fine. It's definitely lasting. I'm liking that, and the shade I absolutely love. That is going to be it for this video. If you found it helpful, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting, liking the video, all that kind of helps get the videos into the algorithm so that my videos show up in recommendations. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family. Hitting subscribe, it's absolutely free. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and you can also follow me on my other socials. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky currently right now. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.